And I am so much impressed that you yourself are not even in Zimbabwe, which means that if Zimbabwe was in a normal state, you would not be a spokesperson in South Africa. You would be there in Zimbabwe, making money in Zimbabwe. You would not even want to go out there, seek other greener pastures. And, to prove that ZANU-PF has done a lot from the time of Mnangagwa, to be specific, the United Nations report stated that more than 6 million Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe, they need food aid from the time Mnangagwa came into power. Things are not okay in Zimbabwe because of ZANU-PF. And, you know, because of ZANU-PF, everyone is suffering. People need change. This has nothing to do with CCC, even if I'm a CCC member. People need change. People want better things in life. People feel that ZANU-PF should go. And you being braggadocious and bragging to say we are still going to win, are you not even ashamed of yourself as a party that you still want to continue ruling people's lives, despite the fact that you've been ruining and killing and destroying the future of many people? Imagine a lot of people in Zimbabwe born after 1980, from 1980 to this time, some are already reaching their pension periods without even any savings, without houses, without anything. A lot of generation has been killed, because of ZANU-PF. And they are saying ZANU-PF is doing a great thing. A lot of people in Zimbabwe are living on a less than $1 per day, and they are saying ZANU-PF is doing a great thing. Recently, I saw statistics that about 1 million students in Zimbabwe dropped out of school because things are tough in Zimbabwe, and they're saying Zimbabweans are okay. ZANU-PF is doing a great job. Isn't that something to be ashamed of, Mr. Mandas? Shouldn't we say that we deserve better as Zimbabweans? Should we not be in our own country and not running away from Zimbabwe, develop our own country? Isn't it a sign that ZANU-PF is failing a lot to you? Doesn't that knock any form of sense to you that Zimbabweans are suffering? Look, about 1 million students dropping out of school because things are tough. People living on less than $1 a day. In a normal country, in South Africa, are you living under the same conditions, or things are better in South Africa? I would end up there. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Mandaza, can you come in?
I'm forced to respond, though I wanted to wrap up. I think we need in future, if you may allow us to come back, so
yes,
that I can take through these guys through some education of what ZANU-PF has done in the last 42 years. Because for somebody to come and then say ZANU-PF has not built schools, it speaks to the ignorance that is there. Because when we look at what existed in 1979 and what is obtaining today, there is a vast difference, be it in the number of schools, be it in the number of universities, the number of hospitals, and so on. But we are not wallowing in that glory and saying that we will not do more. Right now, there is a program to build 3,000 other other schools in Zimbabwe. That is currently taking place. This is what we are talking about, tangible development which is taking place, not people that come in here and posture on information that is not correct. Let us bring in some figures in future of what exactly is obtaining in the country vis-a-vis what was there in 1979 or in 1980 when the ZANU-PF government took over, and what is currently in the country, and what the government is doing in order to continue to improve. We are aware that times have changed and it continues to change, and we must also continue to move with the times. We are now in the fourth industrial revolution. We must also adapt to the needs of the fourth industrial revolution. And we are not averse to that kind of demand of the people of Zimbabwe. That is why we are saying, moving forward, ZANU-PF will continue to go on the trajectory that they started 3 years ago, to improve the quality of the lives of the people of Zimbabwe under the mantra that is leaving no place and leaving no one behind. I've seen people talking about Nkai, talking about Rwanda, talking about various countries, various parts of the country. ZANU-PF is coming there. You will be seeing the kind of development that is taking place in your neighbor, in your next door, because the mantra that leaving no one and no place is real. We do not want to make sure that we have parts of the country in Zimbabwe that remain underdeveloped. We are working on it, and we will continue to do what we are currently doing to make sure that Zimbabwe becomes the middle income country by 2030. And lastly, we are determined as a party, the ruling party, to make sure that the programs and projects that we have addresses the issues that were contained in our 2018 manifesto, to make sure that when we do the report back to our constituency before the 2023 elections, we will romp home victorious with a resounding victory. And that we are working on it, and we will continue to do it, and victory is certain.
All right. Maybe just a quick one, Mr. Mandaza. Is your party affected by factionalism? Because we saw one of the exiled member who was a former MP for Chivi South, Mr. Kilazivu, saying that this issue that we're talking about goats, it is everything to do with factionalism. Just in 30 seconds, can you tell us, is your party safe from factionalism? Are you not rocked with factionalism the same way that the predecessor of Mr. Mnangagwa had Mr. Robert Mugabe, the G40 and the Lacoste? We cannot hear you, Mr. Mandaza. I think you need to unmute.
Yes, thank you. Currently, what we know, we have one leader, who is the President Mnangagwa, and is deputized by Vice President Chiwenga and Vice President Mohadi, and we have a presidium that is running the party. So we are currently happy with the leadership that we have in the party, but we know that as we approach to the Congress, there will be contestations for people to be seen and noticed so that they can have positions, because this is a year that we are going to have our Congress. We have got the conference that is taking place over the weekend for the youth wing, and we'll eventually have the women's league. Then we are going to the Congress at the end of the year. And these contestations, leadership contestations that we see in the various corners of our provinces, do not speak to factionalism as it is being put by people. It is contestations for positions is what happens in the political arena. But there are no factions at the moment. We have one leader, and that is why we say trust ED. That is why we say we believe in ED. That is why we are saying we have one candidate for the 2023 elections, and that's President ED Mnangagwa.
All right. That is the show. And everyone that has been watching, thank you so much for coming through. On that note, I would like to say thank you to Eliad Kajume, the political scientist, and my brother Cooksman, the musician, and Mr. Kenneth Mapesa Mandaza, the ZANU-PF spokesperson for South Africa. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming to the show. Hopefully, we have not touched on a lot of the subject that we had put on the table to talk about, but hopefully we are going to touch on them on the next week, Political Sunday. So definitely we are going to have another show, Mr. Mandaza, for us to express. Maybe you can take us on a lecture, but not for today. We are going to do that next week. Hopefully we'll be alive to see that. On that note, I want to say thank you to everyone that has been watching, and thank you to everyone that was part of this program. Obviously, it was not everyone that managed to come through and give their contribution, but we want to say keep the conversation going on social media. Would love to hear your thoughts. And I want to say to everyone that was part of the guest, thank you so much. especially to Mr. Mandaza. I know some of you might not like it, but Mr. Mandaza, I spoke to him this morning, and I spoke to him about 11 o'clock actually, and I said, are you keen to come on the show? And in many times when I invite him, he comes and he avails himself. Though we might not agree on issues, but Mr. Mandaza avails himself. For that, I want to say thank you for coming to the program.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Okay. And to Cooksman and Elliot, thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming to the program. I'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you very much.
It is all.
All right. All right. That was Mr. Mandaza, Cooksman, and Elliot Kajume on the program. And I would like to say thank you to everyone that was part of the show. How did you see it? Tell us what you think on the comment section. Communicate with us on our WhatsApp number, and we will keep on having those conversations. Would love to continue on this, but let's put it on every Sunday. Every Sunday, it's a political Sunday. We're going to bring panelists, and we're going to talk about a lot of issues that are happening in Zimbabwe, looking, ahead of 2023 elections. So before I go, I want to say to everyone that has commented, I love your comments. Some of them I could not fly them on screen because of the nature of the comments. But however, everyone's comments is welcome. You are free. Let us express whether it's our anger or our frustration with civility, if I can put it that way. Anyway, these are some of the things. My brother, is it Mutindindi? I think you are the comedian. Terence Mutindindi is a comedian. I think I know. I'm seeing the face. Please get in touch with me on the number so that you can be part of the panel list on Sunday. I would love to have you on the show. Thank you for coming through and supporting us on Zim Social and JCTV Africa. Anyway, I don't want to keep on ranting here and talking about things. What do you think about the issue of the gods? What do you think about what Mr. Mandaza submitted to us today? What do you think about the state of our political space as a nation? Are we moving in the right direction? In 2023, are you going to vote? And what are you thinking about the parties that are on the fore? A lot of things that we need to talk about. But today, this has been the subject of the gods and ZANU-PF's progress so far. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to JCTV Africa. I'll see you on the next episode. For now, it's bye, and please have a good night and happy Workers' Day.